Good morning, North Texas. Breaking news from Little Elm Police Department. Goat arrest, folks.
Good morning, North Texas. If your day hasn't started with enough excitement, don't worry. Little Elm Police brought us a story that's equal parts heroic and hilarious. Just before noon yesterday, Officer Bartholomew Doomridge, yes, that's his real name, and yes, we confirmed it, spotted a goat trotting along El Dorado Parkway. Officials say the goat had escaped its enclosure, though no criminal masterminds are suspected of assisting in the breakout. Concerned for the goat's safety, Officer Doomridge engaged what police are calling standard livestock recovery protocol. And by that, they mean he opened the back door of his SUV and the goat hopped in like it had pre-booked the ride. Now here's where the community and the internet lost its collective mind. After securing the goat, Officer Doomridge proceeded to read it its full Miranda rights. Yes, the whole thing. You have the right to remain silent. Police say the goat exercised this right flawlessly. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. The goat said nothing, presumably on advice from its attorney. You have the right to an attorney. Legal experts say the goat would likely qualify for a court-appointed one. The goat was eventually released to its owner, who arrived at the scene relieved and reportedly very amused. No charges were filed, though Officer Doomridge humorously listed possible offenses as loitering with intent to graze and failure to maintain enclosure. And there you have it, a safe ending, a viral moment, and one very patient police officer with a name that already strikes fear in the hearts of actual criminals. For Kelm Channel 7, I'm Karen Starlight. Back to you.
Traffic rolled steadily down El Dorado Parkway that morning, but one traveler stood out. A lone goat trotting cheerfully along the shoulder as if it were late for an important appointment. Little Elm Police Officer Bartholomew Doomridge. SSA a man whose last name alone was known to make seasoned criminals reconsider their life choices, spotted the escapee. Concerned the goat might wander into traffic, Officer Doomridge activated his lights and stepped out. The goat paused, looked at him, and unlike most suspects, didn't immediately run. Instead, it blinked slowly as if to say, well, you gonna open the door or what? With a sigh and the patience of a saint, Doomridge guided the goat toward his patrol SUV. The goat hopped into the back seat as if this were its Uber, and that's when things took a turn for the unforgettable. Leaning against the open door, hands on his duty belt, Officer Doomridge cleared his throat and delivered the full Miranda rights to the goat with absolute procedural seriousness. Sir, a man, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you by the court. You have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Do you understand these rights as I have read them to you? The goat blinked again. Then it said "bah" once, loudly. Doomridge interpreted this as "lawyer, please." The body cam footage shows Doomridge muttering, "great." Another one asking for counsel. Once the suspect was secured, Doomridge radioed dispatch with the straightest voice he could manage. Dispatch, be advised. I have one goat detained. Charges pending, possibly failure to stay in enclosure and loitering with intent to graze. Dispatch reportedly needed a moment to stop laughing before responding. Soon after, the owner arrived, slightly out of breath and extremely apologetic. The goat was released into its custody with no hoofprints on its record. Officer Doomridge returned to patrol, still wondering how many more goats were on the lam and causing trouble.
I didn't mean to cause trouble. Really, I didn't. One moment I was minding my own business, staring at a fence that had clearly offended me. And the next thing I knew, the fence opened. Probably out of fear or weakness. Hard to say. So I wandered. A goat's gotta wander. The sun was warm, the grass smelled delicious, and the road was buzzing with giant metal creatures humans insist on riding inside. I figured, hey, free sidewalk. Then I saw him. A man stepped out of a shiny car with flashing lights. Tall, serious, a jawline sharp enough to cut hay bales in half. The name tag read, Doomridge. I knew instantly, this guy isn't here for snacks. He walked toward me slowly, speaking the soothing nonsense humans make when they're trying to appear friendly. I stayed still. I locked eyes with him. I wanted him to know one thing: I fear no man, I only fear empty feed buckets. He opened the back door of his vehicle. I hopped in. Because why not? Free rider. And then it happened. He stood outside the door like a judge about to deliver a verdict and began reading something very official sounding. I listened carefully. You have the right to remain silent. Okay, I thought. I'm a goat. Silence is basically my default mode unless I want food. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Anything. Even my bleats? My ma noises? Are those admissible? You have the right to an attorney. Now this part worried me. What do attorneys eat? Would they expect me to share my hay? Do they take payment in tin cans? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Good, because I don't have pockets or currency. He kept going. I tried to bleat something in response, but all that came out was one loud "Bah!" which I believe in human language translates to, I want my lawyer and some pellets. After that, he radioed someone and said I was detained. Detained, as if wandering is illegal now. Eventually my human arrived, looking panicked. Apparently, my brief escape caused a minor social media storm. I didn't ask to go viral, it just happens to me. Officer Doomridge released me without charges, though I could tell he debated writing me up for failure to stay in enclosure. Whatever. I'm back home now. But I'll never forget the day I stared Destiny and Officer Doomridge in the face. And I'll always remember my Miranda rights, especially the part about remaining silent. It's harder than it looks.
Well, what in the world is that?
Dispatch, show me out with a farm animal.
Hey there, buddy. You're a little far from home. Let's get you somewhere safe, all right?
Well, I'll be. Get on in there.
You have the right to remain silent.
Anything you say can and will be used for laughs.